All right, let's do the astrological breakdown for the week for every sign from Monday, June 9th through Sunday, June 15th. So we're going to roll it off with Aries. Aries, you're going to feel a strong momentum to move forward, but you've got to be very, very wise on how you're using this momentum, okay? Make sure you are taking action, but also using discernment to align with what is important versus what is not, okay? Discernment before initiation is your key phrase for this week. Taurus, this week for you is all about self-care and rest. There is going to be a lot of internal analyzation and a lot of things shifting in order to get you in alignment where you need to be. Now, for Taurus, Sunday is going to be the hot day where you're going to receive a lot of aha moments and a lot more stability compared to the rest of the week because the moon will move into Taurus. So make sure you are doing some extra grounding this week to remain stable. All right, Gemini, you're going to feel like you're being pulled in a million directions this week. And the reason being is your mental energy with the alignments is going to be very, very high, but this could also lead to some massive mental burnout, okay? Don't rush things. Clarity is what this week is all about for you, okay? Let things naturally unfold the way they need to. Let it all come full circle. Don't push the envelope this week. So your word of advice for the week, slow down the mental chatter because it's not all important like you maybe think it might be. Cancer, this is going to be an emotional week and old emotions may come to the surface, but this is happening in order to heal and feel lighter and move in a forward momentum, okay? You need to focus on the internal need versus looking for the external answers to things you may have going on. So your key phrase for the week is heart healing and emotional sovereignty. Leo, you may feel the strong desire to really put yourself out there this week and express all the things, but you have to be very careful about how you're doing that. This week for you could lead to a lot of miscommunications, misalignments, especially if you feel that need to use your voice a lot this week to express your emotions. So make sure you are self-assessing before you open your mouth, and your key phrase for this week is clear communication and self-expression. Virgo, you are going to be challenged with structure this week. So instead of taking this as a negative, this is teaching you how to get more in flow, that you don't need to control everything and you can let things go and shift naturally in the ways that they actually need to versus you trying to predict the outcome, okay? Your main key phrase this week is adaptability without self-criticism. Libra, relationships are going to be center stage for you this week, but you have to be mindful of what you are trying to force versus what should be naturally unfolding, okay? So make sure you're not projecting what you want into situations that may not be ready or at the level of which you are desiring it to be, okay? Stay grounded in your values, hold and listen to the honest truths and the truths that start surfacing, because you're going to get a lot of insight when it comes to relationship dynamics this week. Your key focus this week is inner alignment before compromise. Scorpio, this is transformation week for you, okay? So make sure that you embrace change, especially with how you relate to others and how you see your world, okay? You've got to trust this process this week because this is going to be monumental and transformational for you. So make sure you are focusing on allowing change to bring clarity. Sagittarius, the pause button is being pressed for you this week because this is all about getting clarity for things that are already in motion versus trying to put more into motion, okay? So this is about the clarity of understanding how things are supposed to unfold with what you're working on in the moment, okay? This is all about recalibrating your internal compass and allowing things to naturally flow and get that clarity to get these things moving in a fast forward direction. Capricorn, you're going to feel a push to fix things. But not everything that needs to be fixed is your responsibility. So this week is all about the discernment of what is your responsibility to fix and things that you need to let go of because it is not within your realm. So your key thought and phrase for this week is responsibility with boundaries. Do what you need to do for you, but watch how much you're doing for others. Aquarius, you're going to be getting a lot of insight this week. Pay attention to synchronicities, your dreams, your emotions, anything that is non-linear that starts showing up for you to get aha clarity moments. Pay very, very close attention to this because this is about getting answers to the unseen. So your main focus this week is trusting the unseen. Pisces, this week you're going to feel a lot more emotionally open and spiritually available. So make sure that you are taking time to recharge. Make sure you are paying attention to the messages come in. And also make sure you're prioritizing your self-care because this is where you need to be mindful of where you are putting your energy in this moment. So your key thought, phrase, and idea this week is protecting your energetic boundaries. Where are you putting too much of it? And where are you lacking in what you're giving to yourself? All right, guys. So that's the astrological forecast sign by sign. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. Have a good week, guys.